Okay, let's start this again. Hey, Fit for Lifers. Good to see you today. Kelsey here, if we are just meeting. Okay, let me make sure. I'm on a different computer today, so. Okay. I think we're good. Hello. Happy March. I don't know where you're at in the country. Love to hear, but I am in Illinois and it is like 60 degrees today. I have this funky light here. There we go. Okay. It's beautiful here today and it feels like spring and I'm ready to dress in bright colors and yeah, life is good. Tell me where you're from. Tell me where you're watching from. Tell me who's here hanging out with us today. We have some really exciting stuff happening in the month of March. Let's see, let me make sure my tech is good. Okay. Yeah, we have some really exciting stuff happening. We are definitely in a really, I'm just very surrendered to what the Lord is doing in Fit Moms Academy. And man, these women are amazing. We have 2 communities and I get to know the women very well in Fit Moms 2.0. And I love all of you guys. So I just wanted to hop on today and talk about this idea because this comes up a lot and we've kind of talked about it in our community some, but I wanted to maybe phrase it in a different way today and encourage you. Just this idea of living out your design, your divine design now, letting go of what has happened in the past, letting go of the way that you have or have not cared for your body, letting all of that go and living into your divine design now, no matter what is presented. Like if I was the very absolute 100% perfect vision of health, what would that look like? That's over here. And maybe here's where I am, but letting go of the disconnect and just agreeing that, Lord, I know that you want me to start living the way that that divine design would live. It's another analogy. If I want to be a millionaire, we can all relate to money, right? If you know anybody who is a millionaire, they aren't likely, unless they inherit it. Most people, especially if you're like running a business and you're a millionaire, they have structure in place. They have a mindset of productivity. They probably get up early in the morning. They are hanging out with people who are taking them to the next level. They are doing things that are getting them to that 7-figure mindset, okay? So I want you to think about your divine health design. Are you doing the things now? It does not matter if that scale is moving, right? It does not matter what size you are, but are you doing the things one by one, gradually, so that you can get closer one step at a time to your divine design? And can you let go of what was, or maybe what even is right now, so that you can become is restored as much as possible? And the amazing thing about how God designed the body is it is incredibly resilient, right? I mean, we've seen with weight loss, you've seen lots of weight loss stories, how bodies can bounce back, health that is restored. Okay, so living out your divine design, it requires higher thinking. His ways of thinking. We were just reading this week in my Bible study in Isaiah about his ways, his thoughts, they are higher than my thoughts. If I am stuck in a certain way of living, and it's not aligned with the way that he designed it, then my ways and my thoughts are obviously not his, right? So it requires that higher level of thinking and letting go of what was and what isn't now, with the hope of what's to come. So I'm in a mastermind on Wednesdays. And one of the things that one of my friends, Aaron, in the group said, I don't know where he heard it, but he said, consider Am I living in hurts, habits, and hangups? Or am I living in healing, hope, and bringing heaven to earth? Now, he might have said it exactly like that, but I kind of added my own flavor there. So I'm going to say that again. I want you to ask yourself this. Am I choosing to stay in hurts, habits, and hangups? Or am I living out healing, hope, and bringing heaven to earth? There's a different mindset when you are living in that healing and that hope and bringing heaven to earth. And that's what we are raising up in this community. This is not your average weight loss community. I'm going to teach you how to burn fat. I'm going to teach you how to move your body differently. Although I can do all those things, and I do that with my community, but we have a way different mission and a way different mindset behind what we do. And so that's why I feel like March, maybe it's not technically spring, but to me it's spring. As we're stepping into a new season, this has got to be a season where we step into our divine design, because if you haven't noticed in the world, there's a lot going on, and we have an enemy that is taking ground, and we have to be on the offense. We cannot be on the defense. We can't be blindsided. We can't be unhealthy in our physical bodies and not be able to take on the work that is set before us. So a lot of you tell me things like, I have tried everything, my family's heavy, so I am heavy. This is just the way I am. When you talk to me, you're essentially, maybe even unknowingly, but you are owning that as part of your identity. And that is what I am so passionate about helping you to break off. It does not have to be your identity. You aren't just designed to be overweight. I'm not buying that. So sometimes we can get into this place, and I want to be sensitive, because I know sometimes trauma has led us to these places where we hold on to weight as a sense of comfort or a sense of protection. Sometimes there is shame associated with that. And so as we go through this process in Fit Moms Academy, that's what we do. We help you to recognize, because all sometimes we see is the fruit, right? We see, I'm struggling with weight. I need to lose weight. I need to count calories. I need to stop eating carbs or whatever. We see the fruit of the issue. But what we teach you in Fit Moms Academy to do is to dive deeper and figure out where that began, while you're learning to restore the way that God sees health, to eat real food, to not be in this diet mindset, to schedule the things that are important to you, to make yourself and your body a priority so you can go do his work. Like, all those things are what we do, right? And so we teach you how to destroy what the enemy has made a part of your identity, or you have taken on as a part of your identity, right? All of those things that essentially are fear or shame-based. And this is a thing about how we do weight loss. There's a shift inside of you that happens when you realize that you are stepping into your design. When you get to live in your kingdom purpose, there is something that happens inside of you where you get re-energized for life. And maybe that can look 100,000 different ways, right? For me, I know with certainty that my purpose is to break chains of women who are struggling with weight so that they can go live out their kingdom purpose. I know that. And there's nothing, I love my kids and my family. I love hanging out with them. And I shouldn't say there's nothing I enjoy more, but it's really high on the list, you guys. Like, I love doing this. And when you come in our community, I'm not going to give up on you. I'm going to be somebody who's going to walk you through step by step how to do kingdom-minded weight loss. And we have options for every budget. So reach out to me. We can talk about what that looks like. But today, I want to just encourage you that even if in the natural, you have not manifested any weight loss, or you maybe you haven't even started, or maybe you're restarting. The point I'm making is you have to choose to live as the person that you are becoming. What would that person be doing? What is the person in the restored version of you, in your divine design? What is she doing on a day-to-day? And you have to start just one at a time. And this is what we can walk you through to help you to reestablish those habits and work them into your day-to-day and schedule your success and start seeing yourself. If you can't see yourself in your divine design, then you really got to be in our community, because we got to walk you through, what does that even mean? What is my health identity? What do I have access to? Right. But today, I just want you to be praying and to be asking the Lord to help you to let go of everything that you believe you've messed up. Because there is new life. There is full, abundant life when we are aligned with our divine design. So ask yourself some of these questions as you go through your day-to-day. Okay. Ask yourself as you're choosing what you're going to be eating, as you choose how to spend your time or your money, or how you show up for your family. Okay. Ask yourself, does this align with his ways? And if you don't know, then part of your day-to-day needs to be, and this is all of us every day, right? We need to be in his word. We need to be around people who can pour into us. We need to have community. We need to sit with the Spirit, right? But does this align with his ways? And then journal this out. You can write this down, grab a pen and paper. But am I doing the things that my most fit self does? Am I doing that? What does that look like? Does my most fit divine self, my divine design, right? I'm not divine, but my divine design. Does she debate over whether or not to eat a box of cookies? Or does she look at that and say, there's no control over me, it's just cookies. Like, yeah, I can eat one if I want. Like, how does she treat that? Does she get out of bed in the morning? Does she think small? Of course she doesn't, right? And so we want to help you in this community to start living into that mindset. We are not thinking small. I don't really care what size you are. I don't care what you look like. I don't care if you're losing fat. That's just the fruit, right? I shouldn't say I don't care. Of course I care. I'm a weight loss coach. So that was not the complete truth. But you know what I'm saying? Like, that's not my heart behind what I do. I'm not just in this to see a bunch of people get skinnier. Okay. We are carrying the strength of fighting for what not very many people are willing to fight for. And that's advancing his kingdom purpose here on the earth. If you haven't noticed, that number of people is getting smaller and smaller, and we can't be weak. And if you're thinking about your weight every single day, if it's bothering you, if you can't seem to break the cycle, then we have to help you to heal from that. And that's what we do. You can go now, you can look at countless stories in the guide section on Fit for Life, or go to my YouTube page and hear how women are doing that. So am I living in hurts, habits, and hangups? Or am I living in healing, hope, and bringing heaven to earth? This is the kingdom, right? We can't ignore the body in the process. You can't just focus on your spiritual and emotional health, because you don't have a healthy vessel to receive all of that. We can't stay stuck in the past. And we got to get excited about what God is doing through our restoration. And you can use this restoration story to bless so many people, right? So this month in Fit Moms Academy, again, I told you March is an exciting time. Hopefully this resonates with you. You guys know I love you, and I really hope that you feel inspired to go forth and do the things God is calling you to do. But this month in Fit Moms Academy, our 1.0 members, they are rocking it. They've been in now from the start, some of them for several months, and seeing breakthroughs, seeing the scale move, sharing recipes, encouraging one another. As always, if you purchase the annual pass, we are still honoring that in March. If you purchase the annual pass in Fit Moms 1.0, so that's we get access to the program and you get access to the community. You get a month of Voxer coaching with me with the annual pass. So it's either $47 a month, or if you go ahead and purchase the annual pass, you get 2 months free in the program, and you get to hang out with me for a month. And then we are putting a cap on our Fit Moms 2.0 every single month, because I want to make sure to really, really serve these women well. And so for March, we have 5 spots available. We have an application process we're having you go through now. And then we'll have a waiting list from that point on. But if you're like, man, I've been watching this community for a while, I've considered jumping in. I want to have help. I want to have those breakthroughs. I want to stop getting stuck in my mind drama. I want to understand what God is calling me to do as I break free from this. Like there's many different things that I get to work alongside you. And if you saw my post earlier, like the women, I'm continually just amazed. And I was on a walk today, just smiling, thinking about them, because we seriously went from talking about, weight loss stuff, which we do a little bit on our calls. And then we talk about life and we talk about what God is doing in our hearts. And then we went to talk about dogs peeing on our laundry and laughing. And it's just an amazing group in an amazing culture that they share with each other. And so if you are at that point where you want to join us, you're not going to regret the advancement in your health and the acceleration and the transformation that you're going to have. So you're going to see things differently if you dive in. I promise you that. Either way, there's Kingdom Minded Weight Loss for every budget. So last reminder is that in March, it's really, sometimes we get into the summer and we're like, man, I wish I would have focused on my health more in the winter and the spring. And we're kind of at that tipping point. So you can get these habits in place now in March, that the habits that align with your divine design. And then when, May is a crazy month. The summer is sometimes unpredictable. So you can start getting these habits in place now before things get crazy. So I would encourage you, reach out to me. We are going to, we're going to be filling up in both of our communities. 1.0 is always open. And then our 2.0, we're going to have 5 spots this month. So if you want to talk about getting in with one of those spots, then just reach out to me, send me a DM, or just drop a comment below and we will talk to you. Love you guys. Have a lovely rest of your day.